And greetings all. How's everybody today? Well, unfortunately for this evening, due to the subject matter, I have to provide you with this notification.
Security warning. Unauthorized viewing of this video is strictly prohibited by interplanetary law. Unauthorized viewers should terminate their access now. All actions are monitored by the Martian Imperium Security Force. All humans accessing this video are subject to Martian Imperium Law and surveillance under Galactic Confederation Code. Martian Imperium Law Section 2196783, subsection A6G465. Terran-Martian Treaty, Section 543698, subsection F, paragraph 12.
And now that that's out of the way, hey folks, how you doing there in Chatland? Alright, so what do we have up tonight? Well, this is going to get pretty interesting because this is a bit offbeat. Let's start out.
Well, there's a lot of evidence that that Mars, at some point in its history, was very fertile and habitable. That's something that scientists now widely agree on, that their study of Mars' atmosphere and the surface shows that there were once vast flowing water on Mars, that there was vegetation on Mars. John Brandenburg, who's done some studies, he shows that there are isotopes in the atmosphere of Mars, which is indicative of a nuclear war.
Let's start right there. Well, we don't use nukes on Mars. Never have. But let's continue.
Occurred at some point in Mars history.
I was then investigating Mars. I'm standing in the library at Sandia Labs to get a scientific article on Mars. It was about Mars' atmosphere. And Mars' atmosphere is loaded with a peculiar isotope called xenon-129, and it made it different than any other place in the solar system. It's very different from Earth, the solar wind, the moon, the meteorites, all are very different from Mars in terms of isotopes of xenon. And I mentioned this to this fellow I was standing next to in line, and he said, "Let me see that." And he looked at it, and he had this amazed look on his face, and he said, "Someone nuked them."
Whoa, just like that?
Just like that.
Well, let's toss a little science in there. Well, for one, when exposed to cosmic rays, elements like barium and stuff release neutrons. You then have other isotopes that will pick up that neutron and result in a rather unusual isotope that mimics what you would find with xenon from a nuclear explosion. But then again, high energy cosmic rays, very thin atmosphere, no real magnetosphere to speak of. Yeah, you're gonna kind of get that. So, it's already not starting off too smart. Let's get back to it.
And he looked at me, and he said it a second time. That means someone nuked them.
And he was dead serious.
He was dead serious. And then since we were an unclassified part of the lab, it was just the library, he suddenly said, "Pardon me," and he excused himself. And what that meant is that he had spoken out of school. He had spoken about something classified in an unclassified area, and it was yes, and he realized what he did. But I saw his immediate unguarded reaction to this.
Well, yeah, a bunch of librarians and, grifters going, "Oh, there were nukes on Mars! There were nukes on Mars! Oh no, oh no!" I don't think so. I don't think so.
Loki, this guy was on one of the first 5 episodes of Ancient Aliens way back when it first started as a little mini series, and he was talking this exact stuff.
Yeah. It's actually kind of funny. It's kind of funny because all the data with regards to the isotope say something completely different. I mean, you can literally bombard barium with neutrons and get the same result. And it's not like cosmic rays aren't highly energetic and known for stripping atoms of electrons and neutrons and all kinds of other shit.
Well, the first time I ever heard this guy going on about this, I was convinced right on the spot that all we have is a case of the layman not understanding what they were told and going, wow, really?
Yeah. In order to do the research on this, it took me all of 5-10 minutes. I looked at a couple scientific papers discussing this, and it was cleared up rather quick.
Well, I didn't do any research whatsoever, so I believe him.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I have a question. See, there's a criteria for YouTube research. Did you watch at least 3 videos? Because if you watch 3 videos, then, that's proof. That's evidence. You're an expert.
Sheesh, I watch 3 videos a day at least. Oh, you mean on the same subject?
Yes.
Oh, no, I don't know about that.
And not on cats. But the claim that he's doing that, and the person interviewing him, if that wasn't your first clue, then you're not paying attention, because that's that Noonie guy, and he's been doing a radio show, talk show about this kind of stuff for years. He knows exactly how to make sure that that everybody that is foolable is fooled. Wow, he's an idiot.
Yeah. And I've seen a lot of these various talk shows and stuff like this, and they know just the right questions to ask to make it seem, semi-legit and move the story along. And they just feed into the person's delusions as to what's going on.
Well, having seen a few videos over the past couple of days on utter nonsense and delusion, I fucking give up with the world. Fuck it. Let global warming come. Bugger it. Civilization does not deserve to move on with the amount of shit that's going on out there, the amount of shit that's being said, and the amount of shit these people are believing. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Get my condo finished on Mars, because I'm coming, Loki.
Oh yeah, I vote just nuke the planet from orbit. Just be done with it.
Start over.
Now, it gets better, though, because, hey, what about all those secret operations on Mars? All those space marines. Yeah. Space marines.
Along to different areas.
Supposedly, Matt Damon had reports of all kinds of space marines when he came back from Mars.
History about what you did in the military space program.
Let's see where this goes.
Sure. Well, I'm a captain of the United States Marine Corps Special Section, which is the covert military space program arm of the Marine Corps, which was formed in about the 1954 timeframe by President Dwight D. Eisenhower as response to his lack of cooperation that he was getting from the MJ-12 committee. So in the late 1960s, they were developing a augmented soldier program to build soldiers genetically from the ground up, which I was in a program in the late 1960s called Project Moonshadow. So I was genetically engineered from the ground up.
Well, I think from the ground up is what happens after you get dropped on your head. I could be wrong. Hey, Gary. Nope. Technically, he did not lie. He was mistaken. As we discussed in private chat, both you and I are having the same issues with, people randomly being blocked, comments disappearing, all kinds of crap like that. So I wouldn't technically call it a lie. Being mistaken is completely different.
Right. Exactly.
Yes.
And it would have been it would have been easy. Yeah, well, that's what I said. But, it would have been easy for me to say, shit happens, man. Didn't mean it or whatever. But you had to come in and call me a liar instead when you goddamn well know that wasn't the fucking case. You're a punk. Fuck you.
Now, as far as, saying, hey, shit happens and all, it was mostly between you and I stepped forward. We discussed this. I made everything public. So, as far as I'm concerned, I think you and I are okay. I think we're on the level here. And I think we should set it aside and move along. Now, let's get back to this special space marine.
Tinkered with some extraterrestrial hybridized DNA to, be smarter, faster, stronger for soldiering abilities. Was trained as a toddler through adolescence, teenage years, deployed when I was 17 years old for a 20-year tour of duty where I spent a little over 17 years in the MDF, which is the Mars Defense Force, which is a contracting agency that works for the Mars Colony Corporation, which is under the umbrella of the ICC, or the International Corporate Conglomerate. I was in the infantry there on the ground, mostly scuffling with indigenous reptoids and indigenous insectoids territorially, mostly really to...
Sorry, but reptoids they're not indigenous, and there's no insectoids on Mars. Now, you would think that if you're going to just pull random shit out of your ass, you would go with something fairly evolved, but fairly obscure.
Yeah.
For the most part, I know people who read science fiction that have no idea who and what I am until I tell them. I'm a Thark from Mars, or otherwise known as Barsoom, and even then they're like, huh? What? Okay, Edgar Rice Burroughs. Who's that? Tarzan. So
I think Nick Fury caught the joke right away, but I'm not sure about the general populace.
Yeah.
I think you should point out that Edgar Wright Burroughs wasn't Tarzan. He wrote Tarzan.
Yeah.
Don't confuse people.
Well, humans are kind of easily confused about stuff like this. And then you got Disney with their, development hell. Ugh. And actually what's funny is, as a fan of the series, I waited forever for a movie to come out, and sadly the best one is that low budget movie versus the Disney one. But there's so much sci-fi that you can pull from that's generally obscure that would be very convincing, because it already has a backstory, but they just come up with the cookie cutter reptilioids and insectoids and stuff like that. Next thing you know, he's probably going to say Grey's in here somewhere. Let's get back to it. Come on. There we go. Stupid buttons.
Test military equipment. And then at the end of that period, I was given a promotion, got to go to flight school, and finished out my 20-year tour as a pilot in an air wing aboard the EDF SS Nautilus, which stands for Earth Defense Force Starship Nautilus, which is basically an aircraft carrier in space.
3-hour tour.
Patrolling the solar system to keep, interlopers out. Luna Operations Command. A couple of times, like on the way out, on the way back, certainly during the training period, it was a place that we went back and forth to a few times. It's a big place. It's big, and it's been there since they probably broke ground on it, like in 1953, 1954, something like that. So it's been there forever.
Slight problem. Think about it. You ever wonder why humans have been stuck in low Earth orbit for over 50 goddamn years? It's because you're not allowed in the neighborhood. Jeez.
Wow. One of the things that I thought was the most fascinating about it was how, depending on the part of the complex that you're in,
and tonight we find the pot of gold.
Really feel like you're walking through time, walking from one end to the other, because you might be at a part that was built in 1955. The doors, tile clocks, the signs over the doors, The light switches, the desks are from 1955. Like, there's all this old materials in some places. They have not replaced or upgraded in some locations. So you literally feel like you're walking into almost like a historical set from a World War II movie because of all the sort of World War II era, 1940s, 50s kind of materials. And then as you move along to different areas, you can get to all these different
upgrades. How many rockets do you think would have needed
materials.
To send all these tons of material up there and all these wooden desks and shit?
Well, we know that Australia doesn't exist for this very reason. They just demolished the entire continent to build rockets.
They just put rockets on the bottom of Australia and sent it up.
Yeah. Yeah. And nobody noticed. Nobody noticed.
This looks like a scene from that one Arnold Schwarzenegger movie where they do a lame job of superimposing onto the ceiling of a regular shopping mall all the futuristic stuff that was added up top. It's horrible. And this looks just like it. It's funny.
Hey, you got to get your ideas somewhere.
Yeah.
60s, 70s. I remember walking down the hallway to the administration section and noticing that it was the same yellow wall paint, the same yellow carpet that was in my doctor's office when I was in the 70s, with the same pleather chairs, whether they're that mustard yellow color, right? Same stuff. The carpet was all ratty and had holes in it and totally needed to be torn up and replaced, but nah, they weren't going to spend money on that part. But then you get to like one of the advanced medical sections, and then it's like you're in 2055, and you've walked from 1945 to the future just because of when something was built. No upgrading whatsoever, and you could walk through a number of departments and feel like you've just walked through time to get from one end to the other. That's what trips me out sort of about it. It's a trip.
So it's kind of funny, he's talking about, ratty carpets and stuff like that. Yeah, there's a reason why most space operations have ratty carpets and shitty furniture. It's because they have no damn budget. So you really think they built a base on the moon? I'd
like to know where they found the carpet fitters to go up into the moon and keep it all secret. Of course, they have to go up first, do a measurement and a quote first, obviously, then come back and then get the carpets and roll all the carpets onto a rocket somewhere and launch that.
DK, it was Bruce Willis's ragtag cousin and his group of carpet installing madmen who took off in a shuttle. Oh, wait. Yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah. It must be a union job. They get all the sweet deals.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think they'd have had carpets anyway. I think it would be carpet tiles, honestly, to be honest with you.
Jinju in the comments. Everybody knows the MDF will escort your ship back. They don't want our crap polluting their pristine planet. Yeah, that's why we're actually going to send all the probes back in a compressed little block with a little bit of graffiti on it and a nice little package inside. We're not going to say what.
But it's huge. It's I couldn't tell you how many levels, how many square feet, how many miles, deep, wide. But it's big because it's been built and expanded on over the decades. It just keeps bigger and bigger.
Enough to know it.
But what was it like to be out in deep space?
So,
it is the most gorgeous thing ever. If you've ever been out, far out from light bleed, out in the middle of nowhere, super, super clear skies, Zion National Park, probably one of the places on the planet that has some of the clearest, starriest skies. And I've had people tell me being out in the middle of the ocean, on a calm ocean in the middle of the night, is very similar because the stars reflecting off of space make it feel like you are completely surrounded by.
Oh yeah, it's very similar to being in space. Well, except for the rocking and pitching of the boat and people throwing up over the sides and the shitty food. But you get free drinks.
Bottles of rum everywhere.
Now, my wife has been out to sea, a few miles out on a big ship, and yes, the skies are beautiful. I've been in a couple pretty dark places. My brother's been in what is considered Bortle 1 skies, which are just like the darkest you can get. And yes, extremely beautiful. but it's still not like space. Well, one, you can still breathe. and two, you're not stuck in a tin can in low Earth orbit for a reason. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're out to sea and you're wiping splatters of somebody's piss who missed the drainage tube off of your spacesuit visor, you've really got to question your crewmates. It's just not supposed to go that way.
Yeah. Let's continue on, see how bad this gets.
Stars. So if you think about what a starry night sky looks like in that clear, away from the city light bleed looks like, which is full of stars. Imagine even more full of stars because you're actually outside the atmosphere. You actually get farther away from the sun, and those stars get even brighter, and so you see even more stars. So when you're out in space, what you notice is if you turn everything off,
what about all the light pollution from all the stars?
Nothing.
Yeah, why don't they turn those damn lights off?
Yeah, imagine if they switched all them off, we'd see even more.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why you can't see the edge of the observable universe, because there's all this light pollution from the fucking stars in our own galaxy.
Yeah, you got to turn it all off so you can get a true gauge of distance.
Yeah. Throw the switch, Loki.
Now, have we noticed that he's talking about, supposedly a war on Mars, and he's done most of his time not talking about a war on Mars?
That's true.
Stolen valor.
At this point in the video, it must be said that he looks like an ostrich egg that didn't hatch and was just put on top of a mannequin. Bit of black marker, good to go.
Oh, no, I have a mannequin for you after this. Let's finish up with this guy.
Of the kind. You are lit up in a sea of stars. I mean, you could read a book by it. It's that bright when you're out there. The power goes out. I can whip out the emergency manual and hold it up to the window, and I can read by starlight. It's also not confusing because we're in the arm of the galaxy, all right? And so the band of the Milky Way galaxy that goes across the sky when you're looking up from the sky. Well, when you're in space, that's not a band that arcs across the sky. It's a circle that goes all the way around you, and it is in the horizon position because of where we are in the arm. So when you're out there in space, you look up and there's the northern stars, and you look down and there's the southern stars, and then all around you are the constellations. It's like clock position. How space people navigated in space forever, right? So when you're out there, you can look in any direction and know pretty much where you are, where you're going. There's no sense of I'm lost, where am I? It's dark, I don't know what's happening. It is absolutely the most visible, beautiful, gorgeous, easy to figure out where you are. And again, that horizon.
Hold on. Easy to figure out? For any of you that have ever been under truly dark skies, you can't find constellations. There's so many damn stars. So, easy to figure out? Don't think so.
No, you're totally right. Only very few, like up where I live, I only have to travel about an hour up into the middle of nowhere, and we get those pure skies. It's amazing. And when you get up there, you are completely lost at first until you get your bearings. And that's, I've got an equatorial mount telescope and so on and so forth. I'm used to doing this, but it just completely throws you for a loop. You got to go by the numbers.
Yeah, you have to find at least one or two reference points to get your bearings. Now, the funny thing is he also says this whole, galactic horizon thing. Well, there's a slight problem. Earth and the solar system are perpendicular to the Milky Way, so it wouldn't be a horizon, it would be a vertical circle.
Yeah.
So, yeah, hey, if you're going to make shit up, at least do your damn research.
Yeah, and if anything, the bulge in the center of the galaxy, you're going to have a horizon that slightly rises. I mean, because shit gets bigger as you start looking inwards. The whole analogy fell apart as soon as he said it. It's stupid.
Yeah. Yeah. But he's still not talking about this damn war on Mars. Come on. Get to the good stuff already. You only have about a minute left. Christ.
Point, that up and down thing, all of a sudden, because you think as a pilot on the ground, when I'm out in space, there's not going to be an up or a down. Yeah, there's totally an up and a down, and it's the horizon line of the galaxy that goes around you in that band. It's a circle that goes all the way around you, and you're never above or below that horizon point because you'd have to above or below the galaxy line to get out of that. And any direction you go, you're not getting outside of that horizon line, so that horizon is a constant. You have to leave the galaxy for that ring around you, that horizon point, to disappear. When you're out there and it's totally dark and it's totally quiet and the engine hum turns off and the electrical hum turns off and there's nothing in radio going on in your ear, space makes music. There is a musical sound that it makes.
Okay, that's it. Oh, jeez. So what? Now the galaxy rises to eye level? Ugh.
I mean, imagine the poor aliens that fly into our galaxy and happen to be orientated wrong. They'd never get anywhere.
See, I don't know if he's like a super soldier. I think he's more like, the Galactic Federation, ambassador for travel and tourism. The way he's talking about space, as opposed to talking about his experiences as a super soldier, well, he seems to have switched jobs a bit, I think. Come visit space; it's beautiful.
But what about that war on Mars?
Don't worry about that.
No. Visit space. Visit space. Yeah. I jeez.
Did he mistitle the video, maybe? I mean,
It's supposedly an interview about him talking about him being on Mars as a super soldier. That's what the interview title is, and he doesn't really talk about it.
Well, he told us what the carpets are like in some of the offices, so that's useful information.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
I want to know if he met Bucky during his training.
It's possible. But I can't disclose any of that information. Okay. Now, you mentioned earlier a mannequin. Well,
yeah.
I have a mannequin for you. And it talks.
Oh, God. Oh, Phuket word?
Oh, no.
I'm so excited to be back on YouTube. As you know, it's been a little while since I've shared anything.
Oh, God, this one.
The reason is the subject matter of this video is the war on Mars. And the reason I have not talked about it is because I was waiting for it to be okay for me to speak about it, because it's not useful for the light for me to talk about ongoing operations. So,
I'm sorry, but you don't have the security clearance to talk about this. But that's okay. We'll deal with you later.
Well, she's got the chip.
Yeah. This is the one with the implant that she takes out of her dresser each night. Oh, I mean, Jesus, sorry.
Now, the funny thing about that is I was looking at a couple super soldier videos, and they're talking about, chips and implants and, nanotech and things like this. And, me doing the whole what if thing, I'm going, okay, so if there is nanotech chips, they have to be non-ferrous, or otherwise, if you get in an MRI, your head's going to explode. They have to be soft and have all smooth edges, or otherwise, when they're traveling through your bloodstream, you're going to you're going to die from internal bleeding as it rips through your veins. So they really don't. I've watched a couple of these, and they really don't think about these details.
So rubber and butt plug shaped are the best you can think of, if you can have an implant.
Yeah, quite possibly.
There's your recommendation.
Golf balls work too.
Ooh. I've seen a woman with ping pong balls, but that's a different story.
Wasn't that Winona at the big thing when
it was a year 2000 New Year's Eve party.
Yeah, I think Elon was there.
All right, let's get back to this talking mannequin.
It was Elon with the ping pong balls.
There's video of that somewhere, but I'll show you the link later.
Also, I always need an intention with them where it would be beneficial for the human race to know this information. I can't just give information just to do a YouTube video. It has to be of a higher energy, a better intention. So I will reveal the intention later in this video, but basically before I get into what the details of what I was actually seeing, there's the Galactic Federation who have made alliances with certain world leaders to help liberate planet Earth from the reptilian and gray control. And so you can say that the Galactic Federation are the good guys. Anyone saying that they are bad guys either doesn't know them or is working for the dark. And they're
Okay. So let's clear this up about this whole federation thing. It's technically not a federation. It is a confederation. It is independent. Think of it as city-states that control a region of space. There are non-aggression pacts between the various areas. We patrol our areas, and that's it. We pretty much leave each other alone. Yeah, we might go over for a party. Somebody might have a nice, homebrew beer somewhere that they want to share, things like that. The reason why it's not a federation is we don't pay taxes. We don't like taxes. Nobody likes taxes. Why the hell would you have a federation? You'd have to pay taxes and dues. Christ. And then on top of that, let's see. Bob Gray over on the other side of the galaxy is having plumbing issues. Well, if we're a federation, I'm going to have to travel to the other side of the galaxy to fix his plumbing. No! Fix it yourself, moron. Jeez.
I think what happened here is somebody told her the story of the album Rush 2112, except they forgot to tell her it's, from a record. And she went hog wild on it and now thinks it's real.
This is what happens to humans when they fall asleep watching Star Trek.
Oh no, I think it's more Stargate. I mean, what I love about this woman, she's here as a voice from the aliens to tell us all that's going on. Yet the aliens don't bother giving her any photos or video evidence. That's it. Just tell everyone. You've got to tell the world. Can I have some images or video? No, just tell them. Just tell them.
Yes, I mean, who needs actual evidence of anything? Words work, right? Just words, nothing else. Well,
I'll believe her if she gets up, drops her drawers, and shits out that implant with a fruit salad. I'm sold then.
Well, she never actually, she hasn't said so far where the implant is. So, who knows?
That's my point.
Yeah, let's get back to this. Let's see what else she gets wrong about the universe.
Using fear because they want to keep you confused. They want to keep the human race confused. And they don't want us to be empowered to work with higher dimensional beings that are helping to liberate us. Okay? So with that being said, what I was seeing was basically starts with the beings that are in charge of the Vatican, underneath the Vatican, all of their tunnels and stuff going under there. And so these beings, the society that they run starts with an I and ends with an I. I can't say it on YouTube, although it is very hard for me to hold back. Starts with an I, ends with an I. They are extraterrestrial beings that feed off of you-know-what. And they are tall, scaled, they have wings, they have beaks, and they are basically nefarious, what we would call demons.
Wait. So, dragons run the Vatican?
I think she just described a pigeon.
Quite possible. There are a lot of pigeons in Rome, so you never know.
And so, as such, for anybody who missed it, that was the Pigeonati.
Made by Apple, right?
Yeah. Coming out next year.
Oh. This all gets into the just generic cookie cutter shit. I think about it, if somebody came out and just threw, Star Trek, Stargate technobabble, and I mean, like, the more advanced technobabble.
Yeah.
And just mix things up a little bit. My God. Even people with half a brain would be like, this is starting to make sense. This is a bit scary.
Well, okay, so along that line of thinking, would she start to make sense if we disengaged her Heisenberg compensators? Would that do it?
Only on alternating Wednesdays during a full moon.
Ah, yes. When charging crystals. Okay.
Yes.
Have you noticed the nice crystals in the back there?
Oh, I thought that had an entirely different purpose, actually.
What? Oh no, I'm not going to say anything.
But it looks like it's daytime. That she better cover those up or they're going to explode.
Yeah, they'll get way overcharged.
Oh boy. Let's see how deep she gets.
Okay. They're what we would call demons. Down there, I have spoken about the portals underneath there, and they've been trying to escape out from under there. And actually, it's kind of interesting. What I see is like the walls are lined with bones and with skeletons. Sorry to be graphic, but it is what it is. Bones, skeletons. There's tons of genetic information, genetic research regarding blood types, and there's different factions of the reptilian race that, depending on how much they accomplish or their commitment to their military work, they are allotted certain blood types. So they're rewarded with better energy or higher energy blood types, depending on how hard they work, and how well they accomplish their missions. And the elites classify that information. They are in charge of allotting who gets what, and the winged, scaled creatures get the best of the best. For some reason, they're telling me they like people with higher metal content.
Oh, higher metal content, like facial piercings? I don't know. Because if you have too much iron in your blood, you're kind of screwed. So higher metal content doesn't work. I don't know. Maybe she is talking about, piercings. Who knows? Who knows is right. I mean, wow. It's just wow.
I'm kind of disappointed, though. She hasn't mentioned anything about the carpeting in the Vatican.
Yeah, I know. They have to have that ratty yellow carpeting as well, right? I'm seeing that they are running the secret space Marines.
Yeah, I mean, they buy all that carpet in bulk, don't they? Save money.
Oh, yes. I think the last order was measured in metric tons versus a square yard. A really big order. I have the receipt here somewhere.
I don't even know where to begin. Fuck, I shouldn't have bothered. I'm stunned. This chick is crazy.
Yes, very.
Wow.
Oh God, there's like 7 more minutes of this.
Oops.
No. You know what? I'm just gonna debunk her. Easily. I have a video that definitely debunks her. And the other guy. It's pretty simple, actually.
Is it video from all the Mars probes recording all the war that's going on Mars at the minute?
No. We actually just put poster boards in front of the probes so that they really don't see anything. It's literally a grade school project to draw a poster board to stick in front of the rovers.
I heard through my channels in the background that both Spirit and Opportunity both have 37 kills. So, I was just, I'm not sure if it's true, but.
Well, that's because you're cleared. You're cleared for that data.
Oh, now, I shouldn't be. Oh, sorry. Here, neuralizer flash. Boing. There. Okay, we're good.
Oh, no. I already posted a disclaimer. So anybody watching this that's not cleared, when you go to sleep tonight, sleep with the windows unlocked and we'll take care of the issue.
Yes. Or do the honorable thing and just take your own life. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Okay, so
let's take care of these guys. Easily debunk them.
I don't know. How do you debunk this? It's just sheer nonsense.
Oh, it's not complete nonsense. I mean, come on. We all know I'm from Mars.
Yeah, but, she acts like her brain is there right now on vacation and just left her body behind.
I think her brain left a long time ago.
Yeah, I think she went to recall and got lobotomized.
Well, that does happen from time to time. We're still trying to work that out.
That's funny. Oh, I have to watch the time because I do have to go soon and get debate set up ready and whatnot.
Oh, not a problem. Not a problem. Never guess what this is about.
I dread to think.
Oh, I saw that.
What are the stars? We don't have the correct labels in our vocabulary. The words that arise for me are geometric, intelligent, fractal, divine, holographic, interdimensional.
Wow. See? There. Easily debunked. There is no war on Mars. There is no secret space marines because everything in the sky is a hologram. There you go. I did my research. I found proof you're wrong.
Ouch.
God.
That's a low blow. Oh, I should have seen that coming. The improper use of technology in the hands of the idiot never ceases to amaze. And it's funny how many of them will line up and go, yep, see, told you. Yeah, told me what? That your friend's an idiot? Okay, yeah, good, thanks. Fuck.
Yeah. And actually, this whole scan lines, hologram lines across the moon and stuff like that has been going on forever.
Yeah.
Now, the funny thing is that any of us that have ever used older video equipment or used a bad power brick or had dirty power in their house will get the same thing.
Yeah, you get the Hertz cycle, man. Yeah, just look it up. I mean, you get it in audio and you get it in visual, and it always has the exact same cycle of rotation due to frequency.
But this guy gets even better though, because we've all seen the regular stars, right? You know, these tree ring looking things.
Some even appear as diamonds.
Now we have diamonds in the sky.
Oh, God.
And stars with holes in them. Wait, isn't that a black hole? Never mind.
It looks like light in water. That's what they're flickering. Like if you were underwater, you see a light. It looks exactly like that. Like maybe there is water way up high or something.
Oh, my God.
That's probably because half these people are faking it by shining lights through water.
Oh, wow.
And of
That's
course,
intense.
Of course, the whole, firmament thing and all, and waters above, and yeah.
I mean, why would you build those massive telescopes up on the mountains in Hawaii and whatnot when you can just grab a P900 in your backyard and put it on a tripod? Oh, no, why would you use a tripod? That's silly.
I'd just like to point out, Genesis restricted.
Oh, God. Horny Pearlfish put in the chat, we never went to the moon. We don't have the technology. Plus, it's a hologram. We have the technology for a hologram, but not space travel? Facepalm. Yes, exactly.
That's like building the holodeck without the Enterprise.
Or the walls. Oh,
yeah, exactly, right? Yeah.
Yeah, the whole hologram space thing is just so funny. Because then, if we built the holograms, if them and they put the holograms up there, so they had hologram technology,
3,000, 4,000 years ago.
Yeah. Oh, no, I think the oldest star chart is like 12,000 years old. So they had it before then. Damn them and they.
That's cool.
Maybe that was planning. Maybe that was star chart. Wasn't a star chart. It was just planning where they're going to put the hologram projectors.
They were tracking Nibiru. Come on.
Okay.
The Mayans did not. Yeah, the Mayans did not. Vanish. They just went home.
Oh, the stories about that. Yeah. Why some of the cities are missing? It's because the cities were spaceships.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay.
Yeah. Pick up anchor. We're done here. Let's go.
So let's finish up with this debunk of the other geniuses saying that they went to Mars and that there's a Galactic Federation. Which it's not. It's a confederation. Get it right next time. Stupid buttons. Yeah, let's skip that music part, see how we're where it goes. More donuts. More tree rings. Yeah, that's pretty much all of it. By the way, I didn't watch any of these videos except for like the first couple seconds before I pulled them.
It's usually the same with me on the shills, right? I don't pre-watch them. I just look at the title and go, yeah, that'll be good. And sometimes it's just, you'd never know, man. Wow.
Now, it's a secret, but these aren't holograms. It's actually proof that Cinnabon is the largest franchise in the universe. They are everywhere. Well, them and Starbucks.
I thought it was Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh, no. Dunkin' Donuts is only a regional thing.
Wasn't McDonald's the first one to open a fast food drive-thru on Mars?
No, first one on the moon. I have a photo. I'll have to show that in my next video.
Right. I was looking at the wrong paperwork there. Sorry.
Chinchu says artificial insemination photos. Shh. Why do you think I employ the Greys?
Wow, I watched a live stream today with some alien enthusiasts, and it was interesting. I'm not sure I'll ever do that again, but it was crazy.
Well, do that again sober. There is a laundry list.
Yeah, no, I was sober this time, so I definitely have to reverse it for next time. Otherwise,
There is a very specific drug cocktail that you have to take before watching those videos.
You better put the recipe out in the description, please.
Okay, will do.
Hopefully it starts with arsenic.
Well, you got to get your almond flavor from somewhere, so that's why cyanide's part of it. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, man. Sprinkled with sesame seeds.
Yes.
I'm just noticing the time. I better bail because I got to get the setup going and get Buddy in and do some testing and stuff and whatnot. So,
before you head out, just say goodbye, everybody, and I can pretty much end the stream here.
Alrighty. I didn't mean to kill it.
Oh no, I wasn't planning on being up that long.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we've got an hour till debate time over on the shills, so I've got some pre-show stuff to do. I better get my shit together. But that was some interesting stuff. That blonde man, holy, I can only imagine what a mindfuck her channel is. Oh.
That blonde man?
Oh, yeah, well, there was a comma.
Oh, yeah.
I like men now.
To be completely honest, the only time I've ever gone off on a tangent on this, it required LSD, a lot of weed, and a lot of mushrooms. And even then, I wasn't this far gone.
Yeah, I could see with that combination sitting down to a full day of watching Ancient Aliens. I mean, it would be a hell of a hangover, but I could see it.
All right.
See, the thing is, Loki, this whole secret space program thing is an absolutely fascinating rabbit hole. But I just don't know where you go with it. Because it's all bonkers.
Yeah, I mean, you can only go so far. I mean, if you go through and you play with some of the documents and stuff like that, you could fake stuff similar to MJ12 and things like that, and make it look really official and change the words around, dig around in a couple of the chats and forums of, like former Navy SEALs and stuff like that, pick up some of the phrasing and get it just right. I mean, just fine-tune it. And then, throw in a couple, bit of technobabble. I mean, you really could fine-tune this whole Space Force, secret space organization stuff and make it look real good. But they don't do that.
Well, there was a video I posted yesterday of a guy who infiltrated the whole community, and he got away with it. His video was up on the guy who interviewed him on his channel until he put out his video showing them all up as a bunch of frauds.
Well, I mean, it's not hard to do. It's not hard to do.
It was amazingly easy.
Well, folks, we're going to head out so that we can let Dick get back to his secret lab, getting that debate ready. It's been a bit fun. It's been a lot of fun, actually. Wow, we had like 20-something viewers. Not bad. Not bad for such a short stream on a small channel. I'm very pleased. Thank you very much.
Cool.
And on that, say evening all, and let's get out of here.
Night.
Good night, everybody.
Screw this planet. Screw this planet. I'm gone.